last official weekend of summer. How did I spend it? Well, that's where we run into today's issue. What's going on, everybody? I hope you're doing well. So like I was saying, this was officially the last weekend of summer. It's been a fun summer and I filmed most of my adventures. But this weekend I decided just to enjoy the moment and not bring out all my camera gear, only my iPhone. Which was a huge mistake. Or was it? Because this ended up being one of the best weekends I had all year. And it really made me think, does vlogging sacrifice having fun and living in the moment? Well, let me rewind a little. Thursday night, I was brainstorming some video ideas with my cousin. In the coming months, we're planning to take over YouTube.
Nice.
Anyways, at the end of the call, he asked me if I wanted to do something this weekend. And of course, I said yes. So the following day, he made his way over to my house and we spent that Friday just riding our bikes and hitting up some sweet trails. It was really hot and we didn't bring enough water with us, so needless to say, Friday ended pretty early. The next morning, we got up at the crack of dawn to explore Laura Gorge. My cousin hasn't been, so you already know I had to take him there. If you're a subscriber to this channel, you'll know about all the videos I made out of Laura and why I love this place so much. But this time we were in for a very unique experience. As we arrived to the base of the gorge, we were greeted by what seemed to be an Amish or Mennonite church group singing on this rock in the middle of the gorge. It was very interesting the way their voices echoed through the gorge and made me feel like I was in some kind of movie. And this is the first time all weekend where I thought to myself, man, I wish I had my camera gear with me. Anyways, after we got cleansed, we decided to explore the rest of the gorge. We ended up finding some sections that I've never been to before, like this beautiful waterfall and these unique rock walls. After exploring and hiking, we were really starting to feel the heat. We decided to go to a pub to grab a drink and cool off. Unfortunately, that didn't end up going as planned because we sat on a patio in the beaming sun and we ended up getting even sweatier. But in return, it made us brainstorm, where can we swim? So on the way home, we decided to make a pit stop at Guelph Lake to go for a swim and cool off. After a nice swim and another hike, we made it back to my house and I started cooking some dinner. That's when I got a call from the legend Donnie, asking me if I wanted to go see Armin Van Buuren for free. If you know anything about electronic dance music or trance music, you will know how much of a legend Armin is.
The #1 DJ of the world, Armin Van Buuren.
So obviously, I said yes. It's something you can't really say no to. So that night, I quickly scrambled my things together and went to bed early. Next morning, I got up even earlier, hopped in the shower, and headed to Toronto. As I arrived downtown, I was greeted by a gloomy and rainy skyline. It was honestly quite cold as well, and not an ideal day for a pool party. It was like complete contrast to the days prior, and it really made me feel like summer was coming to an end. I got downtown around 11 a.m. I picked up the boys from Union Station, and then we made our way to Cherry Beach for some free parking and to enjoy some drinks before the show. Around 3 p.m. we decided to head into Cabana to go see the openers and resident DJs Manzone and Strong. I'm sure you've heard of them, they're Toronto local legends, and if you haven't, you've probably heard them on Z1035. Around 4 p.m. Armin came to stage and he played a 2-hour set. I actually got some really great shots on my iPhone, so enjoy this little montage. As you can tell, Sunday was a blast. I honestly haven't been to a concert in a while. I think the last show I saw was Oliver Tree a few years back, so it was a great time to vibe out and bust out the dancing shoes again. And it actually really made me miss DJing and music production. For those who don't know, that's one of my backgrounds and passions, and I hope to respark that sometime in the near future. Well, now that story time is over, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Does vlogging really sacrifice having fun and living in the moment? Well, for me personally, there's definitely some pros and cons. First, let's get into a couple pros. The #1 reason why I love vlogging so much is it really does motivate me to go out and do fun stuff. I probably wouldn't have been on half the ventures I have if it wasn't for the idea of making a video. #2 is obviously having these memories and moments to look back on. There's just something special to me about watching my old videos. It gives me a sense of nostalgia that's really hard to replace. Another reason is just seeing things from a different angle that you might not have before. For example, just like flying my drone has been one of the coolest experiences ever. Just getting shots for the vlog in return has made me see things from an angle that I probably would have never seen before. So there's just so many things I love about vlogging, and I could ramble forever, but I kind of want to keep this section short and I'll sum it up at the end. Couple cons for vlogging is definitely for me the pressure to always get that right shot. If you're like me, that's somewhat of a perfectionist, I kind of envision how my vlogs and videos are gonna go. So when I don't get the shots that I planned, it kind of throws off everything and can prevent me from soaking in the experience. Another example is when I'm doing like a talking head point, I'll usually write notes on my phone if there's something important I wanna say, and I'll read it back to the camera. And if I trip up on even one word, I'll do a retake and I'll do another retake, and I'll keep doing that until I get it perfectly. And that can really get frustrating for me. It wastes a lot of time. So if you couldn't tell, this is kind of just one big test for me. I wanted to see if I can make something out of nothing. Meaning if I just went out this weekend and shot a couple clips on my iPhone, would I still be able to piece together a story? So in return, maybe in the future that would prevent me from always worrying about overshooting, because I realized that 80% of the story and the vlog comes together in the edit. Of course, getting the right and proper shots can help you tell a better story, but I really think things get pieced together in the edit. Go outside, capture the moment, but don't get lost in it. Time is short, so spend it doing what you love, and it's all a learning experience. At the end of the day, if you're having fun, that's all that matters. If it gets to a point where filming is a nuisance for you and it's truly taking away from your experience and living in the moment, then maybe vlogging isn't for you. So to sum everything up, finding cons was definitely harder for me than pros. Filmmaking and vlogging is truly one of my passions, and I don't think I will ever stop. But this has kind of been like a different style video for me, so if you did find some kind of value or you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.